Well, folks, they say everything is bigger in Texas, and that includes the football as well. We welcome you all to AT&T Stadium in the heart of Arlington, Texas, as offense-defense football finds itself down in the Lone Star State for the Western Regional Bowl. My name is Creighton Branch. Down on the sideline with us joining in later is Laura Sadler, as players come from all over the country to meet face-to-face on the turf underneath the lights of Jerry World. This is a great opportunity to showcase individual talent inside one of football's biggest stages. Today's matchup features AA5 taking on AA6 in the first game of the day. You have to think that with an alumni that OD has in terms of Cam Newton, Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, Dez Bryant, players that have gone through this program, that there is going to be possibly some special players in the near future playing on the field today. So the coin toss underway. Both teams shake hands, and we are ready to start the first game of the Texas Bowl. Waiting to get player introductions underway here. Each team will have a set number of players, both sides playing both ways. So introducing first the AA5 team, as wearing the teal jerseys. We're going to have number 4, Owen Zelliff from Oakville, New York. He will be the starting wide receiver. We'll also have number 6, Trayvon Stallings from Raleigh, North Carolina. Xavier Williams, number 10, coming out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. Ethan Royal, number 11, out of Sellenberg, North Carolina. Number 15, Jace Wright, coming out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Number 22, Nathan Austin, out of Pinellas Park, Florida. Number 27, Dominic Hickman, out of Prince Frederick, Maryland. Number 51, Joshua Hedrick, out of Camp Creek, West Virginia. Number 53, Rocky Baden, out of Grizzly Flat, California. Number 54, Jameer Morris, out of Henderson, Nevada. Number 60, Braxton Saylor from Barberville, Kentucky. Number 71, Mason North, out of Rixieville, Virginia. And number 89, Peyton Grill, wide receiver from Mechanicsville, Maryland. Players from all over coming together to play the game that they love. On the white team now, AA6. We have number 5, Eric Martinez, out of Duncan, Arizona. Number 12, Jay Chunnising from Conway, South Carolina, the wide receiver. Number 14, Mason Lombardi, the quarterback from Peoria, Arizona. Number 15, Caden May from Prosper, Texas. Number 18, Ryan Taylor, wide receiver out of Kent, Ohio. Number 32, Jordan Smith, the linebacker wide receiver out of Melissa, Texas. Number 40, Reagan McAlpin out of La Plata, Missouri. Number 41, Jason Lewis, the defensive back from Linden, New Jersey. Number 55, Malachi Zachary out of Corbin, Kentucky. Number 70, Charlie Saniro out of Sherman, Texas. Maddox Anderson now wearing number 22, coming out of Leachville, Kentucky. Number 84, Braylon Morrison out of Wentzville, Missouri. And number 97, Anthony Hurrick out of Trona, California. Once again, AA5 will be wearing teal jerseys, the white numbers and pink trim, and AA6 will be wearing the white jerseys, colored numbers. Mentioned earlier, the distinguished alumni of the OD program through the years. One of their biggest names, Cam Newton, quarterback for the New England Patriots now, first overall pick coming out of Auburn. Found his way through the system, as well as Saquon Barkley and Lamar Jackson.
Good morning,
Nick Bosa and Earl Thomas.
To AT&T Stadium.
So there's no question that players on the field now will have their opportunity to play in the league later in their years. As we get ready for the national anthem.
As we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Going to be an exciting matchup today. As we have some very good athletes on the field. Excited to see what Ethan Royal can do as quarterback for AA5, and also what Mason Lombardi can do at AA6. Both have really good arms. These teams are both very fast.
In white, the national team, which will be A6. Let's get set to meet their players. Number 5, Eric Martinez. Number 12, Jaya.
Crowd begins to meet the players.
Number 14,
also some other noteworthy roster positions.
Number 15,
Owen Zelef.
Umain.
Excited to see what he can do.
Ryan Taylor. Number 32,
Trayvon Stallings, the running back for AA5, and also
Reagan McAlpin. Number 41, Jason Lewis.
What can Nathan Austin do, a wide receiver? For AA6, Eric Martinez, who some mentioned earlier, coming out of Duncan, Arizona.
Number 80, Maddox Anderson.
Jay Chunningsing out of Conway, South Carolina, is going to be a force today on offense.
Now let's get set to meet the...
You have to be excited for the players and the parents as their kids are getting to play on the biggest stage in football.
Number 4.
Pretty remarkable what OD has done over the years in providing an opportunity for these players to showcase their talents, showcase what they can do on the next levels coming up, and just to gain skill and gain great learning experiences by playing with other players all around the country.
Number 51, Joshua Hendrick. Number 53, Rocky Patton. Number 54, Jameer Morris. Number 60, Braxton Saylor. Number 71.
Should be a very offensive game. It'll be fun to see.
And number 89.
Both these teams can do playing both ways, meaning that all players will play both offense and defense. It's a requirement here for the OD League. And a little bit different rules than usual. We're going to have 12-minute quarters. You can only play a certain amount of defenses. There's no blitzing. You cannot have any blitzing. Trick plays, there are 2 plays allowed per team. We will not be doing any kicking. So the punts will register as an automatic 35-yard advancement. So we get set here. Players lining up on the sideline, getting ready to come out to play. Both lines for each team are very skilled. Jordan Smith, Reagan McColpin, Malachi Zachary on AA6, on AA5, Joshua Hedrick, Rocky Badden, Braxton Saylor. It's going to be fun to see how these 2 teams match up as we're about to get underway here. Will be AA5 with the ball first. Excuse me, it'll be AA6. Lombardi taking the snap. Next to him, change of number 22, Maddox Anderson.
The Nationals will have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. It's an incomplete pass by Lombardi. She to try to find something up the middle. Good defense by A5. 2nd down. Same set for A6, and they're going to run the ball. And a good tackle, and the ball comes out. Waiting to see if they're going to rule it a fumble. So that was number 41, Jason Lewis, on the carry.
A pickup of 2 on the play.
They're going to say that it was down. And it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up for A6. Same formation. Lewis on the right. Anderson on the left, and here goes Lombardi trying to run, trying to pick up the 1st down, and comes awfully close. shaking out his arm. It'll be 4th down now. 2 out wide on the left, 1 out on the right. They're going for it. Someone jumped early. A6 clapping as the penalty is called against AA5, and that's going to push it and advance to a 1st down.
From the 47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Good learning experience for both teams as they get these penalties. They realize what they can do and what they can't do. As that one is run right up the middle and it's stopped about 3 yards after. More like one, it'll be a 2nd and 9.
Lewis on the run.
Now it comes Lombardi.
Tackle, a pickup of 1.
And then will be Caden LeMay. As he hands it off to Anderson, and he gets dropped in the backfield. That's going to make a hefty 3rd down as it's 3rd and 13.
On the carry, Grill on the defensive tackle, a loss on the play. 3rd down, 3rd and 13.
Back ends Lombardi. He's going to run it. He's going to try to break off, and he's on the sideline. He's going to get it, and he's out of bounds, but he picks up the 1st down. Unbelievable run by Mason Lombardi. Mason Lombardi recorded 16 total TDs in 2020, 8 passing and 8 rushing. He is a dual threat quarterback, can do both, run the ball, throw it. And now taken down, it's number 5, Eric Martinez. Good find by
Grill with another defensive stop.
By AA5.
At the quarterback position for the Nationals.
Second down and 16. Snap a little high, but it's collected and thrown up the middle, almost intercepted by Trayvon Stallings, but he drops it. Caden LeMay is now back in for AA6. That was him on the pass.
3rd down call.
Stallings is saying that was on me, but that was a good attempt. A little bit high, but showed the athleticism there as he jumped up to try to grab it. We're going to have whistles here before the snap.
Timeout.
Going to have a timeout for AA5. Score still 0-0. Still driving the first possession, long possession. But thanks to players like Mason Lombardi, he's been able to really extend the drive.
And want to remind you that the DVDs can be purchased online or in the OD store at the Sheraton Hotel. The DVDs will be available for pickup 90 minutes after each game has concluded. So if you pre-ordered your DVD, please have your confirmation email printed out and hold up on your phone to show the cashier that you made your purchase. So if you ordered a DVD of this game, you can pick it up at the Sheraton Hotel.
Players come back out. And resume play with Lombardi in the back. Maddox on his right. He's going to drop back the pass. He's going to throw it long. He's got a connection over the head of Ryan Taylor. Almost connected there. And Taylor had to dive to try to catch it. Couldn't get on the ball, and it will be 4th down and 16. Good throw by Lombardi, just a little bit high. But he definitely had Taylor open there. Good run by Taylor.
The Nationals have elected to punt the football.
And A6 will punt the football, which means a 35-yard advancement from the spot of the ball. So we will move back inside the 10-yard line as A5 takes over.
The American All-Stars will take over 1st and 10. Ethan Royal will open up at
8:32 left here in the first quarter. A long drive for the Nationals, unable to get anything there, but we will now have the American All-Stars on offense, and it will be Royal, Ethan Royal, out for quarterback, as goes it out to the right. It'll be Trayvon Stallings, gets tackled there. Tried to find some lane, couldn't. It'll be 2nd and 7.
On the carry. Lewis on the defensive stop. Pickup of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7.
Good run by Stallings. Got all he could there. Now it's him and Royal in the backfield. Royal's going to take it. He's going to run right up the middle. He's trying to break a tackle. He does. He's still going. They're trying to get him down. They finally do, but not before he gets the 1st down, and that's going to move the chains. 7:42 left in this first quarter. Good run by Ethan Royal. He's top-ranked 6th grader based, as we said, out of Clinton, North Carolina. Home of the Dark Horses. Both quarterbacks showing early that they can use their legs if you let them. Defense has got to watch for that. Going to hand it off to Stallings here. He breaks one tackle. He's still trying to find another route, but he is gobbled up by Maddox Anderson in the backfield. And
Stallings on the carry.
Got a hold of his jersey, was able to take him down. It's 2nd and 13 now. Good job by Anderson to hold on to that jersey and take him down. Stallings was running with a lot of force. There's going to be whistles here before the play.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be a flag. It's going to be a false start on the American All-Stars.
Against the American All-Stars.
That's going to back them up 5 with 6:37 left in this first quarter. It's now going to make it a 2nd and 18. Royal's going to throw it out long, and he overshoots number 27, Dominic Hickman.
Pass incomplete, intended for Hickman.
Barely misses him. Nice throw over the head
3rd down
for Ethan Royal. Just tried to put that in his breadbasket, but just did it a little bit overthrow. That's going to make it now a 3rd and 18. We're going to have stop and play. It's going to be a timeout for the American All-Stars. Still in the timeout here. The players come out. It'll be a 3rd and 18 the American All-Stars face.
Resuming play.
Royal and Stallings in the back. Royal's going to take it himself. He's going to try to go up right down the middle, but he's tackled. Gets some yards back, though.
Royal on the run.
You have to think that the American All-Stars will elect to punt here, in which they do.
Going to bring up a 4th down, and the American All-Stars will elect to punt it.
5:59 left as the Nationals will get the ball back.
After the booming punt,
Both teams' defense is showing that they can shut down when they need to. Good defensive possession by the Nationals, not allowing the American All-Stars to get any kind of positive yardage. They were working in the back in the false start, really hurt the American All-Stars. And now their defense will have to come out and do their job. Here comes the Nationals. Gonna have Lombardi back again. He's gonna hand it off, and he gets hit, and that's a fumble. And the American All-Stars are gonna fall on that big, big hit. Just like I mentioned a second ago, the defense is gonna have to step up, and they do. They get that turnover, and now they're right back on the ball. Only one possession. And that was a big hit by number 54, Jameer Morris from Henderson, Nevada, as we mentioned earlier.
Morris on the fumble recovery.
He gets the fumble recovery.
10, American All-Stars.
Here's Royal throwing it long, and it's caught right over the head. Unbelievable catch, and that is going to go in for a touchdown.
Touchdown!
Peyton Grill, unbelievable catch over the head of the Nationals defense, showing his athleticism, getting up. The Nationals strike first, but even good throw by Mason Lombardi as well. Another rule for extra points here in this game. From the 2-yard line, pass or run, it will be 1 point. And they're going to get it in. They're going to collect the 7.
The extra point is run in by Ethan Royal. That
is Ethan Royal.
It's 1 for a run and 2 for a pass. So it is 7.
Runs that straight up the middle.
In favor of the American All-Stars.
American All-Stars strike first, 7-0 here, 5:39 left in the first quarter. An amazing leap and catch by Peyton Grill, number 40, from Mechanicsville, Maryland. The 13-year-old has a lot of promises. You can see right there. Got a lot of athleticism. He's a 50-50 ball kind of guy. Can throw it up, and he's going to have an opportunity every time to catch it. Good sequence by the American All-Stars as they're down in their own 10-yard line. They get a false start. They get backed up. They're facing a 3rd and 18. They don't get that. They punt the ball, and then on the first play, Jameer Morris gets the fumble right at the 50, and then right after that, the All-Stars go all attack, and Royal connects to Grill for the 40-yard touchdown. And now the Nationals are going to have to answer. That one's Handed off to Smith. Jordan Smith, number 32. Was also playing wide receiver as well as running back today.
Jameer Morris on the defensive stop. Second down call, 2nd and 7.
Jameer Morris on that stop. He's been everywhere today so far.
Timeout, Nationals.
Jordan Smith, who was just on that run, as there's a timeout for the Nationals. From the home state here, Texas, Melissa, Texas. Cool thing for all the players, they get to wear their school's helmets. They all have different helmets. They all wear the same jerseys, but they all show their school pride by wearing their school uniform's helmet. So you look out and you see all these different players from all over the country coming together. So we get out of timeout here. Lombardi is now going to line up the wide receiver position, and it will be Eric Martinez to take the snap for the Nationals. Anderson and Jan21 are next to him. Eric Henderson's going to hand it off, and before Lombardi can get the pass off,
Nice defensive pressure that
it gets
time.
broken up by the American All-Stars.
Pass is incomplete.
Try to do a little trickery there, but Peyton Grill's not falling for it. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he is showing his presence on defense. And that's going to bring a 3rd and 7 now with 4:55 left here this first quarter. Martinez is going to come out. And back in the quarterback position will be Mason Lombardi. Lombardi's going to take it himself. He's trying to get out on the edge. He does. Got one man to beat, and he gets him. Oh, he's going to stop and keep going. Almost was able to get a few extra yards with the start-stop, but he easily picks up the first down with his feet. Moves the chains. He's done that so many times today already. You've seen it about 2-3 times where fakes the handoff, and Lombardi gets out to the left and just has to break about one tackle to get past the chains and move them, and he does every time. No answer yet for the All-Stars as Lombardi connects Jan21. A 7-yard pass on the right side.
Pass is complete.
5-yard pass will be 2nd and 5.
Rushing on the reception. Second down
Now
call,
Jordan
2nd
Smith will be in
and
the
5.
background. And here is a pass broken up. Lombardi tried to find someone right up the middle.
Pass is incomplete.
Good defense by number 51, Joshua Hedrick.
Joshua Hedrick had an opportunity. Breaks it up. 3rd down call.
Eyes play a
3rd and
very
5.
important role in the football position, following the QB's eyes, and that's exactly what Hedrick did. As here comes on the left side, Lombardi once again, number 15, Caden LeMay, finding some room to run. He gets all the way down to the 19-yard line, and once again, you see that the Nationals are able to run back from the quarterback position. No answer from the American All-Stars yet. And you can tell that the Nationals have identified that, and they're using that to their advantage.
Ball marked at the 20-yard line.
They're going to mark it at the 20. Here's a handoff to Smith. Smith still going all the way down to the 6-yard line. Good run by Jordan Smith to get another first down. And the Nationals are putting together a really good drive. You hope they can cap it off with the touchdown to tie this game with 2:39 left.
It is first and goal with the ball marked at the 6-yard line.
First and goal. Handoff on the left side, but instead, Lombardi's going to take it, and he's going to run all the way in at the corner for the touchdown. The same thing that the Nationals have been doing this entire drive. Good touchdown, good play call for the Nationals. That's Mason Lombardi out of Arizona. And this game is 1 point away from being tied up. Martinez hands off. And they're not going to get there. They're not going to cross the goal line as Jordan Smith tried to use all his might to get back in the end zone. But it's going to stay 7-6 with 2:19. Good answer by the Nationals after giving up a fumble and then the touchdown by the American All-Stars. Good tone setter for the Nationals that we're here, came to play. You're not just going to do that to us. And a great run to cap it off at the end by Lombardi. You have to respect his legs. He has done that all day long in this first quarter so far. Now it'll be the American All-Stars' turn. See what they can do on offense.
First and 10 from the 35-yard line.
The first and 10 from the 35-yard line. Here's Royal. He's going to take it himself as the handoff was a little bit miscommunicated, but he's still going to get a couple yards. He has to fight hard for that as Lombardi was on him. Pushes him out of bounds. Going to bring up a 2nd and 8. As Royal looks to the sideline to get the play. There he goes. He's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw the pass, and it's dropped by Nathan Austin. Excuse me, Royal. Pass is dropped by Royal. It's going to bring a 3rd and 8. Here's Royal trying to get a pass off, and it's broken up. And that's going to bring a 4th down. With 8 yards to go, you got to wonder at the 35-yard line what the American All-Stars are going to do, because they had all the momentum. They're going to go ahead and decide the punt. They had all the momentum about 6 minutes ago when they got the fumble and the touchdown right off the next play. But right now, the Nationals are taking it all back. Good stop by the Nationals. Not giving up all but 2 yards in that drive. .116 left here in the first quarter, still 7-6. As The American All-Stars were unable to capitalize on that drive. Here comes Lombardi and McCulpin.
1st and 10 for the Nationals.
Here's a snap and a handoff. Number 41, Jason Lewis. And he tries to fight back to get to the line of scrimmage.
Jason Lewis on the carry.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. He does get 1 yard on the play. Snap back. Long pass, he's going out wide, trying to find number 18, Taylor, and as he fights for it, tries to get it, it's going to end up getting intercepted by Trevon Stallings. They were wrestling for that ball, and Stallings pulled it away. That was Lombardi trying to go for the long pass. Excuse me, that was number 15, LeMay, trying to go for the long pass, and it was just a little bit underthrown. Players and parents are asking for it to be talked about, as it looks like it might have been hit on the ground before Stallings could hold on to it. And they're going to say that it did hit the ground first, so no interception for Stallings. Incomplete pass that brings up a 3rd and 9 with 25 seconds left running here in the first quarter. Here's LeMay handing it off to Lewis. Lewis trying to fight for some more yards. Ball's out, and LeMay gets on it, and that's going to bring a 4th down. Good job, though, by LeMay to fall on that ball. It's what they teach you to do, because now you can push the team back. And that's going to end the first quarter as we finish with the Nationals.
And that is the end of the first quarter of play.
American All-Stars 7-6. American All-Stars have 7, Nationals have 6. Good first quarter. Both teams showing what they can do on the defensive side, but also both quarterbacks showing that they do have legs.
Fans want to remind you to get the exposure that your athletes deserve at one of the full contact football camps this summer, with over 40 locations to choose from. We are sure that you will find something that meets your busy schedule. The road to the bowl starts at the football camp. Check that out on o-d.com for dates and locations for football camps for this summer.
Both teams coming back out. It's going to be the American All-Stars on the ball. Be number 4, Owen Zelliff in the quarterback position now. There's a flag thrown. Delay of game by the American All-Stars. It's going to push them back. It seemed that couldn't quite figure out what they wanted to do there as they were standing around looking for the call. Now they'll push it to a
quarter number 2, 1st and 10.
1st and 15. So there's going to be a flag on the play. That's a false start. It's going to push back the American All-Stars some more. We have Lauren Sadler on the sideline. Lauren, what you have for us?
I got a chance to speak with Nationals head coach Katari Donald, who's coaching his first ever OD Western Regional Bowl game today. It's an event he wanted to be a part of because they support not only teaching the kids football, but also instilling important life lessons. It's also giving him a taste of football, which he hasn't had in months with COVID-19. Donald is a coach and a teacher at a school in Memphis, Tennessee, and their season was canceled because of the pandemic, where they were limited to only virtual workouts with their student athletes. So he said he is thrilled to be here doing what he loves most again, which is coaching football.
So many teams this year are affected by COVID, and it's interesting to see how everybody adapts with the virtual meetings and the virtual practices. As Zelef tried to run there, was caught in the backfield once again, and now he actually fights for 1 yard, so now they're facing a 2nd and 19, the American All-Stars. Here's Owen Zelef in the backfield with Stallings. He's going to hand it off. Stallings is trying to get on the outside, but he's pushed out of bounds. Not before he gets a few yards.
Stallings on the carry, pushed out of bounds. Lombardi brings up 3rd down, 3rd and long.
Third and 17 now here for the American All-Stars. Hand off to Stallings. Stallings going back on the outside on the left, trying to get some yards, and he slips and falls down and gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 4th and 10. And once again, defense being the story so far for both these teams. Been hard to come by for some points, even though both these teams have really good athletes, really good quarterbacks and wide receivers. It shows you the power on the defensive side. They're going to elect to punt it away. It'll be a Nationals ball once again. The punt rules for this game is wherever the team is, and they'd elect to punt from that yard, advance it 35 yards back, and that will be the spot of the ball for the team taking over on downs, and that will be the Nationals now. They're on the 33-yard line. Nationals trying to sub in the right guys as they finally decide to get Caden LeMay back in there. But first, they're going to call a timeout, as it seemed that they didn't really know what they were wanting to do there. We're trying to switch in and out of players, and they didn't want to take a delay of game because it's evident that in this game that if you take penalties, it's very hard to advance the ball. Both these defenses have played well enough to that if you get moved behind the sticks, they're probably not going to allow you to get a first down. Both lines playing really well, though, as not much has been able to get off the middle. It's been on the outside of the numbers really the whole entire day, with the run from Lombardi and also the throw and catch by Now both teams come out. Nationals seem to have their offense in set now. 2 wide on the left, 1 on the right.
Resuming play. 1st and 10.
LeMay and Lewis in the backfield. LeMay's going to hand it off to Lewis, but he's going to fake it back to number 12, Chunningsing, and he's going to get some yards before he goes out of bounds. Good play call by the Nationals. So they're able to get a manageable 3rd down. Excuse me, 2nd down.
Finishing on the carry, on the reverse. They pick up a 4 on
Both teams really haven't been able to establish a run game yet, as most of their running has come from the quarterback position. Both teams really trying to get their running backs into play here. LeMay take the snap. He's going to throw it out long, and it's going to fall flat first at the 40-yard line, be incomplete, and that brings up a 3rd and 7.
LeMay's pass is incomplete.
You got to wonder that if you can pick up about 5 or 6 yards here, do you go for it if you're the Nationals? Do you take the risk, as you're kind of in that territory of no man's land where it's still a long way to go for the other team, but also if you push them back, it makes it that much harder. But you also only are 1 yard away. And here's the handoff to Lewis. He tries to fight for some more yards. He breaks a tackle. He's still going. He's going to get pushed out of bounds, and he does get the 1st down. Amazing effort by Jason Lewis out of Linden, New Jersey. Breaking a couple tackles there, putting his head down, and almost breaking one more before he gets out of bounds. Almost broke 3 there as he was saying, I will not be denied on this run. And just like that, the Nationals advance it to the 50-yard line. Now back in is Mason Lombardi. Almost bobbles the snap there, but collects it. Lombardi going out long. That's going to be out of the hands of Jay Chunningsing. And almost a tremendous catch there. It's not the first time we've seen one today. It's a good throw by Lombardi. Just a little bit over the head. Wasn't much else he could do there. If he underthrew it, it was probably going to get picked off. And almost an amazing athletic play by number 12, Jay Chunningsing. 2 out left, 1 out right. Now Martinez will take the snap again, hands it off to Lewis. He's taken back in the backfield by Peyton Grill. Has been all over the field today, offense and defense. His presence has been felt, playing an amazing game so far. Has really not allowed anything past him, and also got that tremendous catch earlier in the 1st quarter. He has been a nightmare all along for the Nationals. Now that brings up a 3rd and 14 with 6:51 left in the 2nd quarter. Here comes Lombardi trying to go outside, trying to break a few tackles, and he gets eaten up. And a good open field tackle by number 15, Jace Wright, to not allow Lombardi to use his feet any longer. And that brings up a 4th down with 6:32 now. 4th and 15. And like we mentioned,
that will bring up 4th down. And
going to punt, which will bring up a 35-yard advancement. But good job by the Nationals. You're going to pin them back deep, and we've both seen that. We've seen that defense has really been a factor in today's game. Not a lot of advancement of the ball other than a few big plays here and there. So you have to think that if you're the Nationals, your thinking is that if you push them back, odds are you're going to be able to stop them before they drive 80 yards for a touchdown.
The American All-Stars AA5 will take possession of the football. 1st and 10.
Here's Owen Zeleth from Oakville, New York, going to take the snap. Now behind him is Ethan Royal, who played quarterback earlier. He's going to run it. And we've seen how dangerous he can be with his legs, and he proves it yet once again, picking up another first down.
Ethan Royal on the run. It's enough for an American first down.
Ethan Royal taking another handoff. Gets some more yards there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. They call Ethan Royal E4 speed, and you can see why. It is very hard to get the man down. It's very hard to stop him. It's hard to catch up to him if he gets out in the open field. And he has done just that all day long for this All-Stars team and against the Nationals. 2nd and 4, 4:07 left in the first half. Here's Zeleth. He's going to roll out right. He's going to throw it long. He's going to connect on a pass to number 10, Xavier Williams from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Good find by Owen Zeleth, and a better catch by Xavier Williams. Williams is an all-star athlete. He's played wide receiver for the Wake Forest Titans, the North Raleigh Bulldogs, and the Raleigh Dark Horses, excuse me. A lot of athletes on this field that can play a lot of different positions, as we mentioned earlier. A lot of speed on both teams, and you're seeing that right now. As once again, here's Royal, E4 speed. Running a couple. And every time he gets the ball, you think that this is going to be at least a 5-yard pickup. I mean, this man has been completely unstoppable, but great tackle by Jay Chunningsing for the Nationals.
2nd down, 2nd and 9.
Here goes Zeleth trying to get first down on the right side. He gets it and some more and gets pushed out of bounds by LeMay. And now American All-Stars are putting together a nice drive here. This is the most offense they've had in quite some time. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. 2:42 left here in the second quarter. Here's Zeleth, the handoff and a fumble. Ethan Royal couldn't grab that handoff, but he falls on it. It's going to stay the All-Stars ball, but it is going to push him back, and that's been the thing. When you get behind the chains, both of these teams have not allowed much movement. Going to have an official timeout for an injured player. Seems to be number 10, Xavier Williams. He seems to be okay as he walks off on his own power on the sideline. Seems to be a shoulder issue.
Resuming play.
So we're going to resume play. 2nd and 16 now up for the Nationals. Excuse me, the All-Stars. And here's Royal again with his feet, stopping, cutting back left. He breaks a tackle. He's got some open field. He's still going, and he is eventually brought down by Jan21. Great track down by Jan21 to not allow the touchdown because Ethan Royal had a lane there. He saw green, he saw the touch, he saw the end zone. I mean, looked like he was going to get it, but great speed. Jan21 stops the potential touchdown. And sometimes that's the play. That is the play that is the difference between a ball game. Difference between teams getting a touchdown or not. Just things like that. When you think somebody is out broken to get the touchdown, you got to keep going because you never know. As pass is incomplete by Owen Zelf over the head
Pass is incomplete.
of Xavier Williams.
2nd down, 2nd and 10.
Another handoff to Royal. He's going to go back on the outside. Stiff arm. It gets pushed out of bounds.
Ethan Royal.
It has been the Ethan Royal show here today. So he's done just about everything. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
2 down territory here for the American All-Stars. Here's Zelf rolling out right, trying to find somebody. He's got a lane. He's going to go. He gets in. They're going to rule it a touchdown. Great run by Owen Zelf to put some points on the board. Saw an opportunity there. Was about to throw it, but decided to tuck it and run it himself and barely gets in there on the corner. But that's going to extend the lead to 13-6 for the American All-Stars. They're 1 point away from making this an 8-point ball game. If you didn't know anything about the All-Stars before, now you know this team has legs. Everybody can run with the ball and run fast. So lining up for the extra point.
That is good.
And that one is good. That's Peyton Grill.
For AA5.
That's going to push the lead to 2-point conversion to 15-6.
Seconds remain before halftime.
44 seconds left before halftime. And the rules for the extra point is, if you're wondering, you start from the 2-yard line, you get 1 point if you run it in, you get 2 points when you pass. And the American All-Stars elected to pass there. They completed it. And they pushed the lead to 9, which makes it a 2-possession game. Now the Nationals are really going to have to try to get something here in these last 44 seconds before half. Let's see what they can do. We know Mason Lombardi can throw the long ball. High snap. He's going to find Jan21 on the right side, trying to juke a guy. And he gets a few more yards. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down as the clock is running under 30 seconds. Lombardi rushing back to get shotgun formation. And that pass is a little lofty. It's collected by Lombardi. He's going to pass it out, and it's caught on the left side by Maddox Anderson. Excuse me, number 32, Jordan Smith. And runs out of bounds with 5 seconds left.
5 seconds remain.
With only 5 seconds left. You have to wonder, well, as the clock's going to run, they're just going to go ahead and go into halftime before any play can get off. That will end the first half.
Do it for the end of the first half of play. Hey, everybody up, give them a great hand.
As it's 15-6. All-Stars lead the Nationals. We're going to take a quick break here as we head into halftime. Welcome back, everybody, to Arlington, Texas. We are here at AT&T Stadium as offense-defense football finds itself in the Lone Star State for the Western Regional Bowl. Before we get set to start the third quarter, score is 15-6 as the American All-Stars found some offense there in the last part of the second quarter. They lead the Nationals. And on the sideline, Laura Sadler's with the man of the hour, the player right now of the game, number 40, Peyton Grill. Laura.
Hey Creighton, I'm here with the Americans, Peyton Grill. You've been playing phenomenally, and I'm sure it's super exciting to be here at AT&T Stadium, playing where all the professionals play. What is it like playing here?
It feels amazing. This place is way bigger than I expected.
And you're having a phenomenal game. You got a touchdown. You went in for the extra points. How have you managed to play so well with people that you just met?
I've played travel ball pretty much my whole life, so I've met new people from here and there.
And then you guys have the lead right now. What do you guys have to continue to do to keep that lead in order to win the game?
Keep up the great attitude and the teamship. I don't know.
Okay, all righty. Well, good job. Good luck in the second half. We'll take it back up to you, Creighton.
Peyton Grill has been all over the field today with a touchdown catch, the stops on defense. He's got a bunch of tackles. He's also run it in for an extra point. He has been a phenomenal player so far in this game and has really led the American All-Stars alongside Ethan Royal, E4 Speed, and Trevon Stallings. And on the other side, Mason Lombardi is doing all that he can, as well as Caden LeMay and Jan21 all having great games right now. Maddox Anderson's also having a really good game. You got to give props to both offensive line and defensive lines for each team. They're really keeping the middle closed down. Everybody's having to run on the outside. But as expected, there are some really talented players in these first few games of today, and you can see that best of the best come to play in OD. We're about to get the third quarter underway. It will be the American All-Stars ball. They elect to be 15-6 right now. Looking to add to their lead. And here we go. It'll be Ethan Royal back in the quarterback position as he hands it off to Stallings. Gets some yards there, close to the 40-yard line. It's going to bring up a second and 6. Snaps a little high, Royal going long out on the left side over the head of Williams. Bring up a third down. See in the second half what kind of adjustments both these teams made, as when these teams get to 3rd and long, which is anything past 3rd and 5, it's been really hard to come by. It's really hard to get the first down outside of a few big runs by the quarterbacks.
It's a 3rd down call.
And here's Royal. Snap is a little short, but he gets on it. Rolls out to the right, throws it down, and it's incomplete, but there's a flag on the play.
Ethan Royal's pass is incomplete, a flag on the play.
Wait to hear what it is.
Eligible receiver.
They're going to call it an eligible receiver downfield. It looks like they're going to decline the call, as it'll be 4th down. Smart play. Smart call by the Nationals. You don't want to give the American All-Stars, who have 15 points, another opportunity to gain the first down off the 3rd down, even though it's been very hard to come by today. You never know. One extra play might be the difference. Could be points on the board, but they take away that down, and now it'll be 4th down. And here's Royal with the handoff, hanging it off to Stallings. He fights for a few yards, but ultimately it's going to be stopped.
Stallings on the carry. He will not pick up the first down.
And you have to feel that the American All-Stars were in a place where they felt that they could go for it, knowing that they've been able to hold the Nationals on the offense for other than one time. Kind of in that situation where if you go for it, you have the opportunity to get it, but if you don't, you put them in a position where they still have to drive 40 yards, which is not easy, and there's a timeout on the field. 9:51 left in this third quarter. A couple other players to highlight in this game. Got Rocky Bad, number 53, playing for the American All-Stars. He's a starting middle linebacker for El Dorado Junior Cougars in El Dorado, California. He's led his team in tackles for the past 5 years. Pretty remarkable accomplishment by Baden. He's privately coached by Marcus Riley in Sacramento, California. Also on the other side, number 40, Reagan McCulpin from La Plata, Missouri. That ball's out on the right side, incomplete by Mason Lombardi.
Second down.
Culpin is homeschooled and was selected to appear here as a linebacker while he was participating in the OD camp in Chicago. He's also played quarterback on winning teams both in his home state of Missouri and in his birth state of Mississippi. A lot of these players can play various different positions. And right up the middle now, it's a handoff to Jason Lewis. One of the very first times that we've seen a handoff go right up the middle and be able to gain a significant amount of yards. It's going to be third and short, third and manageable for the Nationals. And you got to think they could really use a score right here. Roll out to the left. Pass is dropped by Jordan Smith. It's going to be tough to get that first down as Stallings was really closing in on him. But it's incomplete now. Brings up a 4th and 3. And as expected, the Nationals will go for it as they just need some kind of offense going here. So they really haven't seen anything in the last part of the second quarter and now to start the third quarter. And high snap. Here's Lombardi throwing it out on the right side. It's over the head and incomplete, and that's going to be a stop by the American All-Stars defense, and it'll get the ball back to the offense. American All-Stars right now are just playing lights out on both sides of the ball. They're covering really well, moving really well in offense right now, but give credit to the Nationals. They've been able to hold them to 15 points and one score to get you right back in the game. It is a 2-score game right now, but if you could just get in the end zone one time, you are right there. And the game is definitely not over yet. There's a lot of time left, 8:29 left in the third quarter. Here comes Royal. Takes a high snap. He's going on the left side, trying to find Grill. Grill gets up and grabs it. He breaks one tackle, still fighting, still breaks through tackle, and he's trying to outrun one man, stiff arm, and that goes out of bounds all the way to the 30. Peyton Grill playing like a man amongst boys right now. Unbelievable what he's been able to do today. You can see the skill that he possesses as he breaks 2 tackles there and tries to outrun Chutting Singh and almost gets there, puts his hand in his face and almost takes him down, but good tackle by Chutting Singh. But man, the name right now is Peyton Grill from Mechanicsville, Maryland, and he's doing everything for this team along with other players, and it is a lot to stop, but the Nationals have done a good job containing as much as they can. But here we are, the 33-yard line. And the All-Stars driving. As Dominic Hickman's going to take the snap, he hands it off to Stallings, and He's taken down by Smith.
Stallings on the carry. Smith on the defensive tackle.
And if you're the Nationals, there's still a lot of yardage left to go. American All-Stars have not
Second down, second and 11.
scored yet on this drive. Obviously, you got to keep telling yourself that, hey, we gave up a big play, but they didn't score on it. They still got to go 30-plus yards, and the defense has held up pretty well so far, outside of 2 touchdowns. Once again, here's Hickman handing it off. Stallings trying to fight for some more yards down the middle. And that's going to bring up a third down with 6:22 left in the third.
Stallings on the carry.
Big play coming up for the Nationals defense. You got to think that if you could possibly stop them on this third down, might be a chance to get the ball back. Here is Hickman once again, Dominic Hickman from Prince Frederick in Maryland. He's going to take it himself. He's running all the way. He gains the first down and some more. And that's a blow to the Nationals defense as they had them in the back there. We're looking good on that series. But first there's a flag on the play, but it was an offsides. It'll be declined. It will be a first down for the American All-Stars. The Nationals were putting it together there in those first 3 downs, but then first 2 downs, excuse me, but then on that third, it's the same thing the quarterback take from whether it's Dominic Hickman or Ethan Royal or Owen Zeleth, as that pass is incomplete. We'll bring up a second down. All 3 of those guys have been, right now, as you can see, have been very dominant with their legs when they take it themselves, and the Nationals really don't have an answer for it.
For the Nationals.
You just got to think, coach is telling the Nationals right now, just get us one stop. Give us the ball back so we can go to work.
Second down call, 2nd and 16.
With the 2nd and 16, they're going to say that he was down before the ball came out, but here's Royal taking it himself. There's flags flying on the field.
Ethan Royal on the run. Trinity on the defensive tackle.
It's going to be a false start on the All-Stars, and that's huge. That's going to push them back 5 more yards, going to make it a 2nd and 21. Now the Nationals get a break, and if they just don't give up big plays here, they're going to be able to come away possibly not allowing any points, but still a few downs to go. You got to hold here. You're the defense. Watch for the quarterback run on the outside. That has been the killer all day for this Nationals team. Now back to take the snap is Ethan Royal. Hickman goes out on the right side. We got 2 wide on the right, 1 wide on the left. Here's Royal. He's going long on the left side. Xavier Williams, and that one is incomplete.
Pass intended for Williams.
Good coverage by Ryan Taylor and Mason Lombardi there. It's going to bring up a third down and 22. Crucial down for the American All-Stars. You got to get some yardage back here. Make this a 2-down situation. Get half of it back here and try to get half of it back on the next play. And if you're the Nationals, just make sure that they don't get a good chunk of yards right now. Here's Royal. He's going out right. He's going to take it himself. And he leaps one man and falls down.
Ethan Royal on the
Great run by Ethan Royal. It's going to get him all the way back to around the line of scrimmage, and he hurdles Jason Lewis. And that's a big play because that was the chunk that they needed, and that was the chunk that the Nationals couldn't give up. Now it's 4th and 10, still a very long down to go. But given that you were at a 3rd and 20 plus, it's a big gain for the American All-Stars, and now is considered a 4th and manageable given the circumstances. Here's Ethan Royal, E4 speed now with the ball going out on the right side, and it's almost picked off by the Nationals. It was almost Jason Lewis on the interception, but it's incomplete, and a good stop by the Nationals as they take over. They get the stop they needed. Here comes the offense now. Got to answer with 2:32 left in this 3rd quarter. Got to put together a few positive drives. Can't get in the backfield. Can't get penalties. You got to go get 9 points, so you got to score soon to make this a ball game. But there's a flag on the field, and it's going to be on the Nationals. That's going to back them up some more yards, and that's what you didn't need. Coming out on offense, that's really going to hurt. Has not been easy for this team to work behind the sticks, but let's see what they can do. With 2:04, the clock is running in the 3rd quarter. Here's Caden LeMay. Excuse me, Lombardi. Now Caden LeMay has it, and he's brought in the backfield, and it's just nowhere to go for the Nationals. Once again, number 40, Peyton Grill on the tackle.
Grill on the defensive stop.
Kid is an absolute player. Now brings up a 2nd and 21. High snap, but it's collected, handed off. And only, if anything, 1 yard gained by Lewis. Now it's going to bring up a 3rd and very long, a couple yards there. 3rd and very long. And the same thing goes for the Nationals. Is that you've got to get a good chunk here as they're going to throw this one long. That's Lombardi on the pass, and it's going to be caught. It is caught by Ryan Taylor. Unbelievable catch. What a throw, what a catch. And it was the break that the Nationals needed. They needed a big play. Good throw by Lombardi. Goes right through the hands of Stallings and into the hands of Taylor. Almost picked off, but the strong hands of Ryan Taylor proved to be the difference. And here comes Lombardi on the outside. He's switching back to the right, but he breaks one tackle. He's on the left and is out of bounds. And now the Nationals are driving. They got some momentum going into this 4th quarter with 15 seconds left. This is the best the Nationals have looked in quite some time in this game. The clock begins to run. You wonder if they're going to be able to call one more play with only 8 seconds left, 5 seconds left. Here's Martinez to take the snap. 2 seconds left. They get it off, but the snap is high, and it goes in the backfield, but it's collected by Lewis, and that will end the 3rd quarter. So what was a great catch, great pass and catch to advance the ball way down the field. Gets kind of taken back after you had the snap over the head. And now, once again, the Nationals are going to have to really work with the very long down and distance. 2nd and 22 going into the 4th quarter. Score is 15-6 still. Some other players to highlight before we get into this fourth quarter. Braylon Morrison from Wentzville, Missouri. As we said earlier, he's been making sacks since 3rd grade. Good job, Braylon. Also, Anthony Herrick from Trona, California, has been playing football since 5 and likes to snowboard, as well as play Fortnite all day and ride his scooter. Getting ready to play this fourth quarter. Teams are back out on the field.
It's the fourth period.
That's going to be a run by Lewis as he breaks and is on the left side. He's still going and is eventually taken down by Stallings. And a massive play for the Nationals as they really needed something after the high snap over the head. And they get it once again. And now you've got to answer here. Just the best position you've been in quite some time if you're the Nationals. You've got to find a way to punch this into the end zone and make it a one-score game.
Ball marked at the 22-yard line.
The 22, 1st and 10. Just starting the fourth quarter. Here's Lombardi. He's going to throw it out on the right side. He connects to Cunningsing. Cunningsing goes back on the right, trying to find some room, cuts back, but eventually gets taken down by Dominic Hickman. Feel the momentum. Starting to gain towards the Nationals. If they can get this into the end zone, we will have a game on our hands with the last 11 minutes. Two massive plays are the difference in this drive for the Nationals, coming both on very long down distances, 20 plus on second downs. And here's Lombardi on the right side. He passed one man. He gets into the end zone. What an amazing run by Mason Lombardi, and that's going to get it to a one-score game with 10:51 left here in this fourth quarter. Unbelievable run by Mason Lombardi there. Cuts back in on the left side, fights for a few extra yards after he makes contact there on the 3-yard line, doesn't give up and gets in, and now he comes back out. The Nationals will try to make this one-point ball game, and on the left side he's going to throw it, and it's out of the hands of number 18 Ryan Taylor, but it's okay. Keeps it to a one-score game. Makes it 15-12. American All-Stars over the Nationals with 10:51, and you got to think that that was an answer that the Nationals just desperately needed, and they got it. Hadn't seen much all day except for the touchdown. It's been really hard for them to move the ball. That was the best the offense has looked in quite some time. They got two massive runs on downs where they were behind at 20-plus yards and were able to overcome any issues they had. And here comes the All-Stars now, and the pressure's on the offense for the American All-Stars. Be able to drive because all the momentum right now is going towards the Nationals. Defense looked good in that pass possession. Outside of the big run, they did not allow a score. They turned it over on downs. And here comes Zelliff, but first a flag on the field before the play. It's going to be a false start.
False start penalty called.
As been very hard for these teams to overcome long distances other than a couple breakout plays. And this is the start that the Nationals needed on defense. Momentum is shifting. Zelf in the backfield, high snap over his head, and he's still trying to get it. He has to fall on it down around the 13-yard line, and that's going to push back the American All-Stars some more and cause a very long second down. Very high snap, but Owen Zelf was able to fall on it before any of the Nationals players got to it, and that's going to push it to a 2nd and 31.
Second down call.
You can't give up chunk plays if you're the Nationals, because it's possibly what they're going to look for, the American All-Stars. Zelf going to roll out right. He's trying to find someone. He does go long, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by number 15, Caden Lumet, who's also played quarterback today. And now here comes the Nationals, down by 9 points, 2 possessions. Now only down by 3 points and have the ball on the All-Stars 25-yard line. Only 9 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Big drive here for both teams. Snaps a little high, but it's collected by Lumet. He's able to break out of the first tackle, throws the ball, and it's broken up by Hickman. Other players to highlight in this game before it's over: Joshua Hedrick, also called Moose. He's been playing football for 7 years. This was his first year in this fall was his first year playing middle school football, where he earned a starting spot on the varsity team as a 6th grader. And now here on the left side, it's Lewis trying to pick up the first down. A couple of the All-Stars players thought the ball was out, but they're going to roll it down first. It's really close. They're talking it over. There's a flag. It's going to go against the American All-Stars, so it's going to advance that ball some more. Also number 71, Mason North, plays for the Culpeper Middle School Cougars, has played football since he was 5 years old. Aspires to play for a D1 school. Here is a tackle and a takedown by Peyton Grill. Who else? As he sacks Caden Lumet. A big play by the All-Stars after getting a costly penalty. Now that pushes back the Nationals. With only 7:35 left, it's going to be close, folks. 2nd and 19. They're going to call a timeout. It's going to go the All-Stars' way as they want to talk. These are big downs right here. Mason North also aspires to play football for a D1 college, as I said, and to fulfill his dreams of playing in the NFL. Here come both teams coming back out. Said a second ago, big downs here for the Nationals, as well as the American All-Stars. Touchdown here changes the lead, and the All-Stars have led the entire game, pushed this thing all the way to a 9-point lead, and the Nationals put together a really good drive at the beginning, and the beginning of the fourth quarter. Here they are again, down to 2nd and 19. Back out on the right side, it's a pass to Lombardi all the way on the right, and it's a wide open Chunningsing. Nobody was there. Just like that, the Nationals have taken the lead.
Lombardi with the pass.
What a play call by the Nationals. You had Lumet on the left. He passes back to Lombardi. Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. And before Lumet could get there, before he could run it in, they were going to pass it. Ended up running it, but it's no good as he gets down on the 1-yard line. However, the Nationals have now taken the lead 18-15 with 7:03 left in the fourth quarter with an amazing play call out of the timeout. Back and forth from Lumet to Lombardi, and nobody was on Chunningsing in the end zone as they all had to switch. Chunningsing was wide open, and a good pass by Lombardi. And now for the first time in this game, the American All-Stars are going to have to answer from behind against the Nationals. And right now the Nationals defense has all the momentum, had a great stop, given a few penalties by the All-Stars themselves, had a good stop, got the ball back, had that interception. They've been working it, and now the American All-Stars are going to have to find some life on the offensive side of the ball. But before the snap, it's going to be another false start.
A flag on the play.
On the All-Stars, going to push them back 5. Not what you need when you're trying to put together a potential game-winning drive. Going to have to get some big plays here on this one if you're the All-Stars. Got 70 yards to go. Here's Royal, going to take it himself. Still going out on the right. And he's taken down by Taylor.
Ethan Royal on the carry.
Clock keeps ticking as we hit under 6 minutes here.
Taylor on the defensive stop.
It's now going to be a 2nd and 9 for the American All-Stars.
Second out call. 2nd and 8.
Here's Royal throwing it out long. He has Grill. Grill bobbles it, but collects it down at the 35-yard line. And another big-time play by number 40, Peyton Grill, the man from Mechanicsville, Maryland, has been all over today.
Inside the 35-yard line.
And it hits his hands, almost was out of him, but he concentrates and gets back on the ball as it's bobbling in the air. And a massive play. You knew that the All-Stars were going to need some big chunk plays, and they get one right there with Peyton Grill. Now for the first time in a while, the All-Stars are cooking on offense, and here goes Royal. He's going to take the snap. He breaks a few tackles, finds a seam, and is eventually taken down. But before the fumble comes out, or the ball comes out, they're going to rule him down. People in the stands are asking for them to call the fumble, but it seems that the whistle was before the ball flew out. There's going to be a timeout on the field. We hit under 5 minutes here. What a great first game we have on our hands here at AT&T Stadium in the Western Regional Bowl. Great way to start it off. Nationals led the entire game, pushed it to a 15-6 lead. And then quickly, the American All-Stars pushed it to a 15-6 lead. And quickly the Nationals came back and scored a couple to get it to an 18-15 lead. Now for the first time, the American All-Stars are going to have to come from behind, and they hand that one to Stallings, and he gets to the 25-yard line. The National defense has been prone to give up some big plays. You can't give up a big play here to Peyton Grill or Ethan Royal as he's going out on the left side, right side, excuse me. He's still going inside the 10.
Ethan Royal moved to
The clock continues
First down, American All-Star.
ticking. Quick drive here
Ball marked inside the 10-yard
by
line.
the American
It is
All-Stars
first and goal.
with help of the big-time catch by Peyton Grill that put them at the 25-yard line. Here's Royal. He's going to take it himself again. He's going to try to go up the middle. Cuts one. He gets in for the end zone, and now the American All-Stars have the lead. Great answer by the All-Stars and Ethan Royal, as it was the first time that they've been down all game long. Now they lead once again with 3:23 left, 21-18, and they're going to try for the extra point. Who else is it? Peyton Grill running it in to extend it to 22-18. And just like that, the All-Stars are on top.
The run for the extra point is 1 point, and your official score 19-18 is the official score of the game, with 3 minutes and 23 seconds left to play.
Other players to mention, another one from the home state of Texas, from Sherman, Charlie Chinero. Now Eric Martinez will have the ball, hands it off to Lewis, and Peyton Grill gets another tackle in the backfield. That's a crucial down there for the Nationals as it backs them up. Now to 2nd and 13, clock still ticking, only 3 minutes left. They're gonna have to go. They're gonna have to really get this ball down the field fast. Now Lombardi comes to take the snap. He's gonna hand it off to Lewis. Lewis goes right at the middle, and once again, he's gonna be stopped around the 36-yard line. Brings up a 3rd and 9.
A 3rd down call, 3rd and 9. The ball marked at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Here's a pass from Lombardi, and it's going to be players on the All-American All-Star side think it's intercepted, but it seems that the referees called it to be down on the ground. But there's a flag on the play first. And the National players are clapping, so you have to think it's on the American All-Stars.
A flag on the play.
Waiting to hear what the call is. And it will be on the All-Stars, and that's going to push it all the way
Personal foul penalty called against
to the 51-yard line, and it's a personal foul.
After the penalty, moves the football to the 49-yard line.
To the 49. Here comes Lombardi on the left side. Lombardi still has some room. He's still running. He's going to cut back on the right. He's still going and finally gets taken down around the 19-yard line. Lombardi doing it with his legs right now. There's 1 minute, 47 seconds left to go. What can the Nationals do? They've been able to put some offense together. Lombardi's kind of limping off the field, coming to the sideline, and
First and 10.
now here comes Eric Martinez. Back in, 2 wide on the right, 2 wide on the left. Sume, quarterback position. He's gonna hand it off. Going out on the right, Lewis. One minute remains here in the fourth quarter. LeMay again. LeMay's going to take it himself, and he tries to get rid of it before he gets sacked. But they're going to say that he's down first, and the clock continues to tick. 29 seconds left. Score is 22-18. American All-Stars are leading, and the Nationals are going to call their timeout. They have a couple left. That was a big sack for the Nationals. Didn't need it, needed to get rid of that, but just couldn't. Tried to at the end, but was already down, and that makes the job even harder.
I want to remind you one more time, you can pick up your DVD of this game. If you made a pre-purchase, you can pick it up at the Sheraton Hotel. And everybody that made a pre-order, DVD.
Score correction, it is 19-18.
90 minutes at least.
American All-Stars still leading the Nationals. 29 seconds left. Who's going to step up for the Nationals?
Let's hear a lot of noise. Let's hear a lot of noise.
Lombardi comes back in. He's next to Lewis. Lombardi is going to throw it on the left side. He's going long. It's over and it's caught. It's caught. Caught by Ryan Taylor. Unbelievable play with only 20 seconds left. He beats his man. Great throw by Lombardi. Gets in on the corner there. Now the Nationals lead with only a few seconds left in this ball game. Here's Martinez handing it off to Lewis. Doesn't get in. But that doesn't change the fact that the Nationals are now leading the American All-Stars with 20 seconds left. 24-22 off a great pass by Lombardi to Taylor. Unbelievable throw and catch. And what a great effort as they took a sack there, the Nationals did. LeMay tried to get rid of the ball. Couldn't, got down. But Lombardi comes in and is able to throw it out long on the left and gets the touchdown. And now 20 seconds left. The American All-Stars are going to have to do something, going to have to send this ball downfield. And here's Ethan Royal. He is going to throw it right to Peyton Grill, who gets it, breaks a few tackles. He's still going. He's down to the 35-yard line, and the clock continues to tick. And it's going to reset on the first down, and they're going to have to go quick, but they're going to be able to get a play off. 8 seconds remain, and here comes the clock. 5 seconds left, 4 seconds left. The snap's off by Ethan Royal. He's going to roll out left. He's looking for somebody. He throws it long, and it's caught by Grill, but it's no longer advanced. He's dropped down by the Nationals, and that's going to end the ball game. Unbelievable effort by the Nationals, who have been down the entire game. Got all the way down to 9, 15-6. It came back, lost the lead again, and with a couple minutes left, drove down the field, and on an unbelievable catch and throw and catch by Mason Lombardi to Ryan Taylor, are able to get the win. 24-19. What a way to start off the day here in the Western Regional Bowl in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium. Incredible effort by all the players on both sides. All these players have great futures.
With the shaking of the hands, let's give these guys one more round of applause.
It's going to be incredible to see what these players do. Give credit to players like
our next game of the morning will feature the AA2 taking on the AA1 next game.
Give credit to players like Peyton Grill and also Ryan Taylor, who got that touchdown catch. He's with Laura right now. Laura.
Hey, Creighton. Yes, we are here with Nationals player Ryan Taylor. You were able to get that game-winning touchdown. How does it feel to be able to pull out the win for your team?
It feels good. It wasn't just me. It was my QB Mason, number 14, that threw me the ball. It was also my lineman that blocked for Mason. So without them, I couldn't get the touchdown.
And this was a nail-biter of a game. Came down to the last plays. Well, how proud are you of your team to be able to pull out this win?
I'm very proud. I'm proud of myself for setting blocks for my team to get first downs and stuff. I'm also proud of them for setting blocks for me, and also proud of my coaches for teaching me how to play better.
How was it for you to be able to show off your talents on this stage?
Good, actually, because I'm from Ohio, so coming down here to show off my skills for everyone is actually great, and just trying to show off my skills for everyone to see.
Well, congratulations on the win. Phenomenal game. We'll take it back up to you, Creighton.
So there you have it. The Nationals come back and win 24-19 off an incredible pass by Ryan Taylor. That'll do it for us here. The Western Regional Bowl, the American All-Stars and the Nationals. Nationals getting the win. Thank you all.